Thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I know I haven't released too much stuff in the last month, but as I shared some of my exploration of becoming a YouTube and getting monetized, I ran into a problem with a few Gmails that I had. I have a label and I have a mic company. Somewhere in the line of registering, maybe even an old YouTube I had a long time ago, I may have had it under another email. And that became a problem. So I was taken off the monetized, which is not a big deal. But in doing that, everything that I'd worked for to progress was kind of back to zero. So it was a little bit of a bummer, but I had to reset. If you were a member and you had become a member, you may want to check. You may not be anymore, but I'm still here. I still got all my friends. I didn't lose any people, but I definitely had to restart. And before I released any new stuff, I wanted to make sure at least with AdSense, which is a partner with YouTube, is how you get paid. I had to get that in order. So technically, I believe it is. So this week, I plan on doing a lot of cool stuff, which brings me to here. I am releasing a little cool video on setting up vocals, running through a Leslie and some tape echoes. I thought it was really cool. I'm going to do a breakdown of this record. So some of the audio you'll hear at the end of the video. But beyond that, you know, there was a month of no buying Daddy a coffee or any thanks. They're back there again, so there's a thank you if you like the video. But yeah, man, I have a really cool video coming out with 64 Sounds, and that's in Los Angeles. It's gonna be, wow, that guy, super rad studio. And then my friend Adam, who did he did Idols, I mean, just, he works with Nick Lene, who then has done a bunch of stuff. I mean, you name it, he's doing it. So I did a mic lock with him. I'm trying to get both of those videos out this week. Hope you enjoy this one. Remember, you can always buy Daddy a coffee with the thanks. I'm deprived. I'm so thirsty. And beyond that, man, I hope you dig it. So enjoy. Hey everyone, I know it's been a minute, but been kind of busy working with this super cool band, and their name is actually Super Gloom. So we're about to mix a record. We spent a lot of time preparing to record this and then actually doing the recording. They put in a lot of time, maybe even 3 or 4 months of pre-production into these songs. So I take it very serious when it comes time to mix, and I'm going to show you a little bit what I'm doing with them. So I'll give my props to Mike Brodowski. He did the new Deerhoofs record. And watching him record that record and the mics he used was really inspiring to me. It kind of made me, you know, dust off the old mics and bring them back and don't get lazy and do really cool engineering and different options as opposed to just using a plugin. So I have the vocals coming out of this, my Pro Tools system. I have them running out into this box. It's called a reamp. It's old school. They have new ones that maybe are sonically better, but I really like this one. So I'm running a line of the vocals into the back, going into the reamp. Then it's going into Death by Audio's reverb. Then I have 3 Earthquaker pedals. Then a full tone effects. And then I've come to find out that running it into this, which is an amazing amp splitter, gives me some options for any kind of noise. So this is a Tube Echoplex by Full Tone. That's running out. And these are vocals, by the way, into this Silvertone head, which is powering this Leslie cabinet. I'm also going to be doing some chorus on the vocals, and I've set up my jazz chorus. Now, a friend of mine, props to this, he saw me get the new Grundig 200s. And he's like, man, I think this may be a perfect match for your smaller, it's called a Jazz Chorus 55. And I am shocked that both of those capsules line up with my speakers. One is clean or dry, and then one is affected. And I am completely excited to use this, but I won't be demoing this now because I'm actually doing the Leslie first. But doing the Leslie, I'll be using this AEA R88, which is an incredible stereo ribbon mic. That little line is a good reference to what it's aiming to, because the ribbons aren't actually facing that. They're kind of, you can imagine an X, you know, in the middle of the X is that line. And these are incredibly versatile. Most people have them for drums. Then I have a KU5, which is a new AEA ribbon mic on the side of the Leslie. Now alone, I could say I can use that one, but this is just an insurance of how cool I can get some stereo sound. So I'll be running that later, but back to my rig. So what does it sound like? All the vocals into this. Now I'm mixing it this evening, so why would I go through all this hassle when I could just use a plug-in or something? Well, I think there's something about air, cool mics, really old Leslies, and the fact is, when I'm running my Pro Tools, I'll be running the sounds not being processed but committed to. Also, the ribbon mics, the stereo will be going to this Audioscape. It's called a 260 VU. And then the single one will be running through the AS78. When I do the stereo, I'm gonna say I'll probably run it into this, which is the same unit as that, but I have it set different. And that's it. The preamps I'm using on it are all Brent Averill. So these are two classic Brent Averill APIs. That is a Wally Hyder API. If you don't know, those are like technically out of Sunset Sound. So I kind of have an API set up on this. So here you go. So I'm gonna play the song, and then you should be able to hear the Leslie.